course, Jessica MacDonald. We talk about Canada. Jessica MacDonald's also been around the scene forever, 26 years old, won the New York AC earlier this season, which would be technically the 2010 New York AC. Going to take on 22-year-old Whitney Conder, resident athlete here at the Olympic Training Center in the Gator Wrestling Club, Washington native. Had a very solid tournament, has Whitney.
Yeah, Whitney's been wrestling since she was a kid. She tried to go 55s and just found herself being a little bit too small for that weight class. Is having much more success down in 51s. It'll be interesting to see what her decision will be once the Olympic trials come around.
As many of the U.S. athletes, as you just alluded to, talk about the upcoming Olympic year. Well, most of the wrestlers are working already at their Olympic weights.
You can even see now at 51s, Whitney is still a little bit smaller than Jess MacDonald. Formerly Jess Bondi, recently got married last year, and she also attempted to go 55 kilos, found that 51 was a much more natural and more successful weight class for her. These ladies wrestled several times in the practice matches leading up into the tournament. So it's interesting to see that they're in the finals right now and how Whitney will match up against her.
Scoreless, a minute 10 gone by in period one. Connor's going to strike first with a takedown. So with a 1-0 lead. Conder was wearing her bandana while warming up a little bit like Tupac, so I told her, I says, we're going to call you Pac on the webcast. I don't think she believed this, but we just did. But Conder with 3 victories to get here, all in 2 periods, so she's wrestled 4 minutes per match. MacDonald's done the same with the exception of a first-round fall. In on the leg is MacDonald.
She can climb up the body.
Trying to climb up. And a 1-point takedown for MacDonald, effectively taking the lead with a tie score by scoring last. Here's short time. Bring up back to our feet with 7 seconds to go. I'd like to thank everybody out there for listening and watching all weekend with the 4 streams here at the Dave Schultz. The first period going to go to Jessica MacDonald. Asking a referee for a hair tie. This now, things you don't see in men's freestyle or Greco-Roman wrestling. You've been known to have several different types of hairstyles while wrestling. What is the most annoying thing about a lost hair tie?
Well, the thing is that if we try to break the match for shoelaces or hair ties, we could actually lose a point. So a lot of people don't know that, which is why Whitney didn't try to break the match and ask for a hair tie in the middle, because she only needed to get 1 point in order to win. So breaking for a hair tie is not worth the point.
And that rule is basically you cannot call a timeout in a situation where it's not clearly an injury. It's one of those really, it's not really implemented a whole lot unless, you know, there's some politics involved, but we'll leave that alone. We'll leave that to your imagination. First period was won by MacDonald with that late takedown for 22-year-old Whitney Conder, resident here at the Olympic Training Center. Not a whole lot of people know about her. Last year at this tournament, she did beat Tatiana Padilla.
Yes, she did.
So very talented, adding some depth at the lower weights.
Whitney's a tremendous scrambler. If you give Whitney a chance to mix it up, a lot of times she ends up on top. So it's one of her strongest points.
Was a high school state place winner against the boys while at high school up in Washington. Was third in the World Team Trials the last 2 years and has been third at the Open those same 2 years. MacDonald's been on the World Team for Canada in 2009, 2010. In on the leg and gaining the advantage of the 1-point takedown is Jessica MacDonald. Trying to load the gut wrench to the near side, and if we're switching off and trying to go with a lower level parterre attack, but they'll bring them back up to our feet. Here in our second of 7 finals.
Still a 1-point game.
1 takedown will do it. 1 push out, 1 point of any variety for Conder is what she's looking for here with 35 to go. A lot of head fakes. Getting in deep, trying to work up, but MacDonald with a lot of leverage with that length, a very lanky 51 kilo. I was about to say pounder. Be a little off.
She only weighs 51 pounds.
trying to fight off with the tight waist, now reaching for the ankle. Looking to maybe score here, but Conder's locked around that far leg. Circling around, we'll come back up to our feet with 8 seconds to go. So Whitney Conder gonna need a quick takedown here. A quick push out to try to force the third period. Didn't look like she set that one up, just kind of dove for it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So Jessica MacDonald of Canada is gonna be your champion here at 51.
51 kilos, champion.